Welcome back to Restos. This is another second video on the E92. Doing a bit of preventative maintenance again really, and we're changing the oil and the filter and transmission. So, fairly easy job on this vehicle. Very much the same, to be honest, for like most of the ZF gearboxes. So this one's got the ZF 6HP gearbox in it. Now, as long as you get a filter that matches your transmission in your car, very much the same steps for this job as opposed to most of the other automatic BMWs and a lot of vehicles. Also, previously on the channel, there's videos on the 6HP and the L322 Range Rover, the 8HP and the L322, and all sorts really. So, relatively simple job. What you're going to need is you're going to need some Lifeguard 6 spec oil. So what I've got the manual ATF AG55, which is Lifeguard 6 spec. Now you can't just use standard red ATF in this, or you could do, but your gearbox might not last. They're pretty fussy on what oil they have. They're extremely reliable, good, strong gearboxes, so really should look after it. So you need the oil. The system takes 9 to 10 litres dry fill. Wet fill for just changing the fluid, somewhere around 6 litres. So ideally, as long as you've got about 7 litres, you should be fine. I'd like to buy it by a big barrel because it's just more convenient. And then of course, ideally, if you're doing a fluid change, you might as well change the filter, because when was that last done? Probably ages ago. So this one here is it's an aftermarket replacement. Genuine's better, but to be fair, there's nothing wrong with the aftermarket ones as long as you're not going to bought a £10 Chinese one. And then most of these come with a new set of bolts. They're not stretch bolts, but it's certainly nice to change them. So what you need to do is you need to get the transmission warmed up. It doesn't need to be boiling hot, but it does need to be, probably up to 50 degrees, 60 degrees, just to allow the oil to come out nicely and take some of the sludge with it as well. Some vehicles have a thermostatic thingamajig in it, thermostat, which means the oil won't fully recirculate around the system unless the gearbox is up above sort of 50 degrees. So definitely get it warm, and then we'll put it up in the air. This vehicle here is a pain in the ass. It's slightly modified, as you can probably see. To get on the ramp took rather a while. So hopefully yours is a bit easier, but you need to get it up in the air. So let's crack on, go underneath and see what we need to do. So tools wise, we ain't going to need much. Basically, we need a H10 hex bit to undo a drain plug on the sump. We need a T40 Torx bit just to undo the bolts. We need a torque wrench to redo the bolts again, because we need to torque them to spec. And then brake cleaner and blue roll, of course. And that's about it. It is an easy job. So all we need to do now is drain the fluid out, pop all the bolts off around the pan, and then I'll see you in a second. That's that one off. Nice easy job. Now actually, the fluid on this one is unbelievably clean for what it is. I'm not sure there's a date code on there, probably is somewhere, but oh, that might say 2016 or 2018. 27th of March. Obviously it could have been sat on the shelf for a few years, so let's say this filter is anywhere between 5 years to, well, maximum 5 years old. On the actual magnets here, it's very little metal, like hardly any. Unbelievably clean. The fluid itself in the bottom of the pan, yeah, that's really good. Doesn't smell burnt. Obviously if you're doing this job, it's probably because you've had a bit of a jerky change, or you're just going over the top, or maybe something wrong with your gearbox. This one here actually didn't need servicing, but as we didn't know fully, and he's looking after the car, might as well do it. It's not the most expensive job to do. So that's off now, nice and easy. So here's obviously our new one. We'll put a bit of used or new fluid on the O-ring there to pop that back up. We'll clean off all the mating surfaces now around the outside, which aren't going to need much, bit of a quick clean up. And then we'll screw this up and back up. And easier to show you down here, tightening wise, basically, you're just going to cross sections. You start here, go there, 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 and work your way all the way around until you get to the outside. I'll put up a picture now of what the tightening sequence is, and the tightening torque is 10 Newton meters. So I would probably go around, nip them up, do them all 8 Newton meters, and then go around in the correct order at 10 Newton meters to be safe. That's all we need to do. So straight up, I'm not advising we use the bolts come with a non-genuine kit, because they're made of cheese. That one didn't even go to 10 Newton meters before it stripped. Well, shit, yeah, that's proper crap. So we're now not going to use them. We're going to reuse the genuine bolts because they're going to be 10 times better. So there's no reason you don't have the genuine bolts. Absolutely fine. They're not stretch bolts. So yeah, shiny ones in the bin, them back in. Joys, we'll redo it again. Ignore the puppy going crazy. So that's in, genuine bolts back in, much better. We actually chased out a thread as well because we were a bit concerned about it. Definitely worth doing. I'll definitely advise chasing out the threads before you do them. Now, one thing I forgot to mention prior, you should always check you can remove your fill plug before you even think about draining the oil out this thing. So you always remove your fill plug first. On this one I actually forgot to, bad idea. But because if you can't fill it up, you definitely don't want to drain it out. So yeah, fill plug's undone. That's a H Allen key. Sump's on, torque to spec. So now we're ready to put the oil in. So we got our oil there, got a suction pump, definitely makes life a lot easier. You could try other ways, but that's just an easy way of doing it. So now we're going to put in around about 6 litres. It won't take it yet. So what we'll do is we'll fill it up until it starts coming out of this hole, and then put the plug in, and we're going to run it, cycle through the gears, put it back in park, top back up again, take it for a drive, check the level, and top up if required. So it's simple as that. Basically, when the fluids come out here, providing the car's on a level surface, we know we've got the correct amount of fluid. Perfect. So we've filled up the transmission to the maximum level as it currently is. So now what we need to do is run the car, shift through the gears, so first, second, third, either in drive or manually. Probably hold it in each gear for around 3 to 10 seconds, and then drop it back in park. And then with the engine still running, we then need to check the fluid level, which is going to require more obviously. Top it back up to the same point when it's coming out the fill plug, and then put the fill plug back in and go for a drive. So just going to run it a minute, cycle through the gears. Pause it for a minute. Second. Yep. And third for a bit. Perfect. And drop it back down to park. Alright, so Aaron's been for a drive. Took it out, went through all the gears. Drives beautifully apparently, which is good. Obviously there's no big inherent issues beforehand, but apparently now it's just even that bit smoother, which is nice. So, one thing left to do now on this one, and that is to check the level. But in order to check the level, we need to be somewhere between 35 degrees and 50 degrees. So I've jumped into input here, and we're 59 degrees. So, still too hot to check the level. So we need that to go down a bit, start the car, put it in park, and then top up or drain out. That is then our final level, which will be the perfect level. So there's not much left to do on that really. So once this cools down, we'll put it back up in the air, check the level, and that is job done. Obviously there's no harm in checking it in the future, but you shouldn't need to because it's provided nothing's leaking, it's a sealed unit. That's perfect. So yeah, just for your reference, the drain and fill plug should be tightened at 35 Newton meters, not like 700 like the previous mechanic who done this. And yeah, that's about it really. Very simple task, completely worthwhile doing. So I'm pretty sure I can leave you to do the last few steps by yourself. But yeah, that's about it really. It's really not a tough job. If you don't have input to check the temperatures, well, one, if you're doing this kind of maintenance on your car yourself, you might as well buy the £20 cable off Amazon and get the free tools off Bimmer Geeks and have access to all the coding and the diagnostics, because if you don't, there's other apps like Carly and all that do it as well. But If not, just use a thermometer or a IR probe and try and work out. Temperature's going to be 35 degrees to 50 degrees. That's exactly what ZF state, and that is the oil temperature where level should be set. So yeah, if you happen to enjoyed the maintenance video, then why not look back on my previous million projects. So we're currently still doing the V8 5 litre Capri build. I've got another project just there coming soon. 25 Turbo Golf, Turbo Technics Range Rovers, the L322s, there's all sorts on there. So yeah, thank you for watching. Like the video if you actually liked it. If you didn't like it, don't dislike it, just, yeah, bye. And drop me a comment, tell me what you think, and subscribe for plenty more. I've been Jordan, cheers.